Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Purpose Maker. This is Dr. Wegman. I have a special guest today. This is Carrie Klingelsmith. She is the executive director of the Manna Food Project, which is a very big thing up here in Northern Michigan. So we're going to sit down today. We're going to discuss Manna. We're going to discuss purpose, life, a whole bunch of things. Carrie, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm excited. We got hooked up by Bill McMaster. And he's passionate
Yes,
about Manna.
very.
I think he's a board member
He is.
as well.
Mhm.
So we're definitely going to feature and spotlight Manna, but let's learn a little bit about you.
Okay.
Okay. So where'd you grow up? What was life like?
Yeah. So I grew up in Grand Rapids, so I'm a city girl.
Uh-huh.
So that's where I was born and raised.
Are you Dutch?
No.
Oh, that's like a 99% chance.
West Michigan, right?
Uh.
No. So I grew up there, family of 5, mom, dad, brother, sister,
Mhm.
all American family. And I went to college at Grand Rapids Community College, where I played softball. I'm an athlete through and through. And then I went to Central Michigan University,
Mhm.
transferred there with my macro agreement after my associate's degree, and just really had a great time at Central Michigan University, where I got a degree in Parks and Recreation, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so Parks, Recreation, and Leisure Service Administration. So
Mhm.
I've always kind of wanted to help people in the community. And I thought, well, I was going for psychology or Parks and Recreation to be able to help people. And so I led more towards the recreation part because I love sports and being outside.
Recreation.
Yeah.
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 Very, very noble. So what is one of your favorite memories growing up?
Yeah.
Do you have any yeah, I love these. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So just, riding the 5 of us in a car, driving to Louisiana.
Oh boy. Road trips.
Road trips, 3 kids in the back seat.
Before cell phones.
Before seat belts.
Oh, geez.
My brother and sister would push me on the floor and they would lay down on the seat,
Oh, my goodness.
seeing all the sights, going through all the states.
That tells us you were definitely the younger sister.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest of 4, so I used to do the
Okay.
same thing to my siblings. Yeah, we had some great road trips. Do you remember any games you'd play on the road? Like we used to
Yep.
try to find a word that started with A and then go through the
Oh,
alphabet.
yeah. Yes.
Did you have
We
any?
did that too. Yeah. And license plates. How many states could we find?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was fun. All right. So what's in Louisiana? More family?
Yep. We had family there.
Okay.
So we went and visited them and then they took us around all the sites. We went actually to the Houston Astros baseball game.
Ooh,
So yeah,
I
it was
love
a
baseball.
lot of fun. Yeah. So do I.
And then how do you remember the Southern cooking?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Uh-huh. Very good.
So one of the things that we experienced a few years ago was like a crawfish boil or
Ooh, yeah.
something.
Mhm.
Did you guys have any of those kind of things?
I was really little, so I don't really remember the exact things, but I recently went to New Orleans a couple years ago for a conference, and my sister went with me, and we had the most amazing crawfish boil.
That sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
All right. So you get through
Mhm.
school, and at this point, are you dating your husband? Where does he come in the picture?
Yeah. So I graduated from Central with a degree in Parks and Recreation. And so my advisor was telling me that he knew this opening in the city of Greenville, Michigan. So just kind of northeast of Grand Rapids where I lived. So he introduced me to my husband, Kendall, at the time. And so I ended up working for him for 2 years. I ended up leaving that job. And then we started to date after that. So we've been married. It'll be 22 years in September.
Yay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that. So as you progress, you worked there for 2 years. And then what's your next opportunity? What'd you do?
Yep. So I worked in Parks and Recreation for about 20 years. I worked for the city of Wyoming, and then I was the director of Parks and Recreation for Byron Township, where we built a community center. So I went through that whole process and put programs on for the community, had a fitness center, and all the things. So I ran that for a long time.
Oh.
Working for government, it has its ups and downs. So
You mean politics?
yeah. So
Yes.
I decided to go to the private sector,
Uh-huh.
where I was a consultant, and I would work with townships and cities, and I would do their park and recreation planning for them.
Oh, awesome.
So I did that for a couple years too, and then we decided as a family that my husband had a great opportunity to become the city of Petoskey Parks and Recreation Director.
So is he doing that currently?
He is.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep, and that brought us here. So, then I worked from home for a couple years.
Still doing your consulting.
Yeah, doing my consulting for downstate, but
Mhm.
working with clients all over the state. And I decided I just didn't want to work in my basement anymore. I had to
Right.
get out and help people in my community. And that's when I saw the Manna job, applied,
Wow.
and here I am 4 years later.
It sounds like your skill set's going to be very helpful because I do know, and we'll get in and talk about
Mhm.
this, you guys are expanding.
We are, yes.
And that's going to be a big
Yes,
project.
it is.
All right. So for any listeners that aren't familiar with Manna, what is Manna?
So, first and foremost, the Manna Food Project is a food bank, and we're an affiliate food bank of the Feeding America National Network. So, we are partnered with Feeding America West Michigan out of Grand Rapids, where we can buy food for pennies on the dollar.
Okay.
And so, we serve Antrim, Charlevoix, and Emmet counties.
How many people is that?
80. It's about 89,000 population.
Okay.
And in 2024, though, we had 514,000 visits for food.
Say that again.
514,000
visits
for food.
for food. That's a big need.
It is.
Okay.
It's
So
unbelievable.
that's large.
Mhm.
When you say we can buy food on pennies on the dollar,
Mhm.
who do you purchase the food from?
So we purchase a bulk of our food from Feeding America West Michigan.
Gotcha.
Mhm. And yep.
And is that food, some of it, like let's say a big company makes something, do they sometimes have a program where some of that goes to them?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes. And
Yeah.
then they're the partner food bank of Feeding America National
I've heard of
Organization.
that one.
So there's a lot of different grants and USDA partnerships that the national network has for the whole network to fight hunger in the whole United States. So we are definitely benefiting from being their partner.
Sure.
And then we have 45 partners that also buy food from us to serve the local communities across our 3 counties.
So would that be like a church?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Pantry programs through churches, independent people that just want to serve the community, meal programs through Commission on Aging services and that sort of thing.
So manna is a word in the Bible.
It is.
Is the program religious?
It started out that way.
Okay.
So we had some gentlemen back in the 80s that they were a religious kind of group of men that would meet for Bible study and prayer groups. And then they would, they found a need for people needing food. So they opened a soup kitchen just to feed a couple people a hot meal here and there. And they found the need grew so quickly that they decided they wanted to open a pantry. And then it expanded to a small food bank and somebody's storage unit where they would host the food and that sort of thing. And then, just since 1987, we have grown exponentially.
Yep.
Yeah, in our community.
And the current building, it's located in an area where there would have been some storage. What is that? When did you guys take over that building?
So in 93, we moved over to the McBride Park Court building.
That's the main headquarters right now.
It is, yes. And it's about 10,000 square feet. And we are bursting at the seams right now. So,
well, that's a good segue into the next step because some people don't know this, but you guys are expanding.
We hope, yes, that's our plan.
So, well, I guess we could call it an expansion plan.
Right.
Right. So you're going to try to get some grants, get some stuff figured out. I think for as large as you are, you probably would look at building because there's not many buildings that could host you.
No, we've actually been searching for over a year.
So that's a hard search.
Yeah.
will the current building stay part of the program?
Most likely not,
Okay.
just because we only have 8 staff members. So it'd be really difficult to have multiple locations.
Mhm.
So our hope is to have one location to make it
And just have
simple.
a large
Yeah,
enough building
right.
to do that for the
Yeah.
next 10 or 20 years.
Yes. Yep. And so we have a lot of programs running through our building. So first we're a food bank, and then we also have an on-site pantry.
Mhm.
And then we also have our Food for Kids program. And then we do a food rescue program
Do a
too.
lot.
Mhm.
So what does a food bank mean?
So it means that we are the hub of gathering, collecting, and distributing food.
For these 3 counties?
Yes.
For the 89,000 residents?
Right.
In those 3 counties?
Right.
Okay. So like are you participating with the back to school program? What is that kids program? How does that work?
So our Food for Kids program, we work with over 30 schools, basically almost every single school district in our 3 counties. I think right now we're just trying to pick up that last one to be able to host this
You
program.
need me to make a phone call? Like, listen, get on board.
Yep, we're working on it.
Uh-huh.
I think they're on board now. So
Good.
we'll be in every school district in the 3 counties. And it's preschool, elementary age kids.
Mhm.
Because once they get to middle school, high school, we have partners that have pantries in the schools, actually.
So they're covered a little better at that age.
Yeah. And then, so for the Food for Kids program, it's a bag of food with about 3 meals and some snacks for the weekend. So when they go home over the weekend and they don't have the free breakfast and lunch at school, we provide that for them for the weekend to sustain them to get back to school.
Does that happen at all through the summer too?
Yes.
Yep. Obviously, it's harder to reach the kids.
It is. So we work
more
with
logistics.
Yeah, we work with all the libraries because it's a great access point in every community. So
Sure.
they have the bags and they tell us when they need more, and we bring them more. So
how busy? What does a day look like at Manna? So you show up, you unlock the building. Walk me through the craziness.
Yep.
Because it's busy, right?
It is. Yep. So 8:00, we have food rescue drivers, usually volunteers, that will go rescue food for us at the local grocery stores. We have a weekly schedule where we visit about 8 to 10 local stores.
Kind of on a rotation.
Yep. And so we have a rescue at 8:00, and then we have more people go out at 9:00. So it's a whole schedule for the week. And then on Tuesdays, we have our in-house pantry from 9 to noon. And then every other Thursday, so the second and fourth Thursday of the month, it's in-house at Manna from 2 to 5 p.m. And then
anybody can come?
Anybody can come.
Okay.
There's no requirements. There's no eligibility. If people are brave enough to ask for food, then we give them food.
If they're brave enough to ask for food, they need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
So is the pantry kind of like set up like a little grocery store? Do you kind of go through and shop in a sense?
So we right now do a drive-through. After COVID, lots of things changed. Our building, we just don't have enough room to bring people in anymore. So we do a drive-through, but it's all choice. Everybody gets to choose all their own groceries. There's an order form that they get when they register in the parking lot, and then they fill out that form, and then we have volunteers that will shop it, just like if you order groceries from Meijer or Walmart, and then we bring it right back to their car. So it's kind of nice.
And do you do any perishables?
Yes.
Okay, because you got to be. There's a time frame, right?
Right.
You got a couple of days, and then this produce isn't.
Yep. We really strive for healthy eating. So we work with a lot of the local farms to buy the freshest produce and protein and dairy products. We're a part of a lot of bigger grant programs through the state too, where we get dairy for free, which has been amazing. Hopefully it's not cut like some of the things that are going on, but we do get fresh milk, cottage cheese, eggs, and we also get as much fresh produce. Bill's Farm Market, for example.
I forget the number Bill had said. It's quite a bit.
It is. Yes. So we, last year we purchased about 54% of our food, and then about 30% was USDA. And then the rest is actually donated or rescued. So it's amazing.
Do you guys work with the Bear Creek Organic at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you have a farm in mind, we work with them.
Oh, how
I
cool.
guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Because someone had said I should interview that gentleman.
yeah,
I
they're
heard
amazing.
they're a pretty cool family.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And summertime's a great time to talk to farmers because
Mhm.
they're in it.
Yep.
So
Right in it. Yep.
they're definitely doing that.
Yep.
All right. Well, you had told me before we got started today you have a couple of kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So let's dot on them a little bit.
Yeah.
They're both at college.
They both are, going to college this fall.
Going to
Yep.
college this fall.
So Aquinas College in Grand Rapids.
So does that make you an empty nester?
It does.
Ooh. How's mama dealing with that?
Not good. Getting
No.
emotional all the time. Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the things I say in the clinic here is kids are a piece of mom's heart living
Mhm.
outside of her body.
Yep.
So raising children and helping them move out of the house is tough.
Yeah.
But it puts us right square in midlife.
Mm-hmm.
And midlife is, I define midlife much larger than most people. Most people pick like a chronological date and say, this is the middle life. I say midlife is roughly from 30 until the nursing home.
Mhm.
That's the middle phase of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And you will have the most changes. You'll have the craziest things occur. You'll get married. You'll have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents' age. All these wild changes. And then we try to figure it out. Kids are going to college. You're working in Manna.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, because you're close to. Well, let's do it this way. How big is the food insecurity issue here?
So it's nearly 15%.
All right. So people don't understand that because when you pull into northern Michigan, there's a lot of beautiful places.
Mm-hmm.
And so 15% of the population is right on that line of that food insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
What does that do to you as a mom?
It breaks my heart.
Hmm.
Nobody should go hungry, especially children, right? You want to make sure you're doing the best you can for your kids. And some people don't have the choice and they're hardworking. We're seeing so many hardworking families that just don't have enough to make ends meet right now.
Yeah, we're good.
So it's really hard.
Emmet County, I don't know about the other two, but some of the stuff I've read is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Median home prices in 2020 were like $325,000. And this past couple of months, I think it shot up to $897,000 for the median home price.
Uh-huh.
So we're going through a type of gentrification,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of weird because we're resort based. So people kind of flow out in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
How is that affecting people's ability for housing and all the other different things?
Right. And I think that with the seasonality of the jobs up here is really hard too for people. I think people think, oh, there's all these jobs and they move here and then realize, wow,
This job's temporary.
it's temporary. Yes.
Yeah.
And so then they find themselves in trouble. And so then they're seeking all the resources. And we see that on a regular basis. I need housing now and I need food and I need a car and my car needs repairs or I need help with rent. And, so we're trying so hard. We changed our mission statement to say we provide the most nutritious food possible and other resources because we want to connect people to all the resources in our community to be able to help them with the root causes because, right, the root causes of food insecurity is you don't have enough money, bottom line,
Right.
And with all of the expenses of life and living, we just try to help connect them with as many resources that are available in our communities. So when people come to us and say, we need this, that, and the other, we try to give them as much as we can with connections to the different nonprofits and community resources that we can.
What are some of the nonprofits or resources that jump to your head that you kind of partner with?
Definitely the health department, the health and human service agencies.
They've been great to work with.
Right. Oh, so good to work with.
Yeah.
They actually will send representatives to our pantries. So they'll sit there for the 3 hours and answer questions for people, help them with SNAP assistance if they qualify, if they have questions about it, if they've had it before and they fell off maybe and they need to reapply. They'll answer all those questions for them.
And do you know what SNAP means? Could you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Could you
So
tell me?
it's,
So, because
yeah,
there's listeners
sorry.
that don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So SNAP is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which in the past was called food stamps.
Okay.
They get their EBT card to be able to buy groceries at the store.
Oh.
And now we're finding out with the new bill that a lot of it is going to be cut. There's going to be a lot of restrictions and a lot of eligibility differences coming up. So we're going to probably see our lines grow sooner than later.
When do you expect the impact of that?
They say 26,
Okay.
but you never know.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, exactly.
And so when you say cutting, you're talking cuts to Medicaid.
Right.
That then affect the money that the people get.
Right.
That then trickles down into the food insecurity.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's the root causes, right? People just don't have enough money for all of their essentials.
Uh-huh. Well, we've been in an inflationary period for a long time.
Right.
So it definitely.
Yep.
Well, while I'm thinking about it, I brought you a gift.
Oh.
So let me grab this real quick and show you. Oh, this is our own purpose maker.
Oh, cool.
I'm not sure if you're a big coffee drinker.
Yes. That's wonderful. Thank you.
That's our purpose maker coffee.
Oh my gosh.
I like to give guests something so they.
That's nice.
As a thank you for being here.
Well, thank you. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's wonderful. It's whole beans, so you got to grind it, but
great. Thank you.
It's been a real fun little one.
Nice.
So what's the vision for the building?
Mm-hmm. So we did a feasibility study on our current building, and the company that we used said, well, with all of the things that you're doing, and they did a space plan and they went through all the programs that we offer, said we need about 30,000 square feet. So
and you're currently at
10,000. Yeah.
So you need to grow by 2/3.
Yes. So, our plan is hopefully to do at least 30,000 square foot building to be able to serve efficiently and effectively.
Has the land been donated yet?
Not yet.
All right. Do you have some site plan ideas, like where you'd like to end up?
Yes, we would like to stay in the general area just because of the people we serve, the partners we serve, and just kind of our volunteer system is in this area. So we'd like to stick close.
Sure. Are there any locations that are possible?
Yep. We have a couple of things in the works right now.
Nice.
Yep.
And then are you writing grants for that program or that project?
Yes. We are definitely writing grants. We are seeking all different avenues for fund development to make sure that, number one, we're sustaining the programs right now and then planning for the future. With a new building, that's going to be a huge capital expense, right? And then just keeping up with all the programs that we're offering too. So we have our annual fund and a capital campaign probably in the horizon.
And so who's spearheading that? Is that on your shoulders too?
That is.
So you're getting out in the community and talking and getting to know people and getting them passionate about this.
Right. Just sharing and spreading awareness, because like you said earlier, a lot of people don't realize the need in our areas. They say, oh, it's the greatest place to live. It's beautiful and it's a resort community. But when you're in the deep dive of what Petoskey, Charlevoix, and Antrim are, it's people of all income levels. It's people of all socioeconomic
you
levels.
get a couple miles off the coast and it's a little more rural.
Right.
And that's and these counties are large.
Very.
So it's not that coastal line is very small.
Right. Yes. So if you look at Emmet County, for example, we go all the way to Mackinac City.
Yeah, it's a long ways.
Yeah. And there's no real grocery stores up north. So we do a mobile pantry in Bliss Township twice a month.
Which I would assume is a truck.
It's a truck, refrigerated truck. Yep. We deliver groceries. Bliss Township allows us to use their fire hall to be a site. And we serve about 50 families every 2 weeks at that location.
That's a lot of people up there.
Yeah.
So how does this job compare to the other jobs that you've had, mainly from a purpose standpoint, right?
I found my purpose.
You did. This was
I found it.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I was meant to do this job.
When did you feel that?
The first day. It was amazing. It was actually transformational for me because I'm getting emotional thinking about it. But I've served people in the community my whole life. That's what I wanted to do and give back to the community, improve people's quality of life. So through Parks and Recreation, I did programming to improve people's quality of life. And now I get to help them with essential life needs. Um, Food is a human right,
Yeah.
and nobody should go hungry. And I truly believe that we're helping lessen that burden for so many people in our
Well, you're definitely
communities.
doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
for the amount of people that have visited in the last year, it's a lot of visits.
Yeah.
It's kind of an easy question, but I think you would expect this need to continue to grow.
Mhm.
How do you continue to serve the need?
Mhm.
Like, could it ever outgrow what Manna can handle?
That's why we build partnerships with the community. That's why we have all of our partners in the 3 counties to be able to help us because we cannot do it alone.
It's that big of an issue.
It is. It takes a village. And that's an
Yeah.
old saying, but it sure is true. I mean, we have the best supporters, the best donors, the best volunteers,
Mhm.
just the leaders in our community have been so supportive and trying to help spread the word like you. So thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah. So it just really does take a whole community to help people.
Are you guys partnered up? Like, let's say a church has a pantry.
Mhm.
Do those visits count into your total visit?
Yes.
That's how you're figuring out
Right.
how
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yep. Because we're all together in this. So we have the benefits from Feeding America, and then they have the benefits of being our partners. So we give all of our partners free produce, and we only charge them for half price for protein, half price for dairy products. If we get stuff donated to us or given to us, we give it to our partners too for free. So it's a truly great partnership, and it is a huge benefit to be our partner because they can buy pallets of food for pennies on the dollar, just like we can.
And serve
Mhm.
a much larger
Right.
footprint.
Yeah, there are some independent pantries, but they pay the full retail grocery store prices, which
What
is
is
crazy.
what is the idea behind that? What's the economics? They don't want to partner with you?
Sometimes people just wanna do what they wanna do and maybe not wanna follow the food safety guidelines and that sort of thing. So we are audited every year. Food safety is definitely our number 1 priority.
Sure.
I think there's some stigma too with going to pantries and stuff because people think that we give away expired food or moldy food. And, we want to break that stigma because that's certainly not the case. Like I said, we purchase about 54% of our food.
Right.
The rest is USDA, which is brand new
Mhm.
from USDA processors. So, over 80% of our food is good new food. And then the rest is donated. But we go through that food with a fine tooth comb, make sure that
And you
it's
go through
good.
it quickly,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like, it's not like sitting around for 2
Right.
weeks because there's not.
We get it out there as soon as we can.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. I'll let you grabbing a tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made me cry earlier.
I apologize for asking deep questions.
That's okay.
No, but that's kind of the point of this podcast is to go a little deeper than just talking business or
Yeah.
entrepreneurship, which are things I love. Entrepreneurship, leadership,
Yeah.
I love them. But serving
Mhm.
is one of the keys to figuring out your purpose in life.
Right.
And I had said this, I don't know if it was on the Bill podcast or where, but kind of the formula for purpose is ethical living,
Mhm.
gratitude, which eventually accumulates to worship because you're just thankful you're here,
Mhm.
and then giving back.
Yes.
That's the formula.
Yes.
And when life gets confusing, we kind of pull away from that,
Mhm.
and that's why the life on my little poster here is an acronym. It stands for the 4 ways that we can give back through our labor, our influence, our finances, and our expertise.
Yeah.
So speaking of giving back, you probably have a great volunteer crew.
We do.
How do you manage that? Because volunteers can get burnt out,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
they can serve a lot and then feel like nobody really
Right.
cares. Or how do you manage that?
We celebrate our volunteers as much as we can because they are the lifeblood of what we do.
And
We
you have
couldn't
to
do it
need a
without
lot of
them.
them.
Oh gosh. We have about 300 on a
Wow.
regular rotating basis. I would say, last year, oh gosh, I think we had about 4,500 hours logged. So that's about 2 full-time positions.
Sure.
Which might not seem like a lot, but it is to us, it's huge. And
Yeah,
we
it's
sure,
invaluable.
oh my gosh.
You couldn't
Yeah.
hire 2 more people
No.
because of the finances.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just do so much and they're so loyal and dedicated. And we try to celebrate them, like I said, and we'll have luncheons, we'll have little gatherings, we'll have little snacks and goodies for them. And we do a volunteer of the month and, just really trying to lift each other up and help each other, realize that this is such a need in our community. And, we value our volunteers so much. We'll have a volunteer party at Bill's Farm Market in the fall to celebrate them and, just acknowledging the good they're doing and all that they're
Sure.
helping with,
How much they love their communities. And
yeah. So just really acknowledging them and making sure that they know how much we appreciate them.
do you manage those people kind of like employees? Like, is there a schedule?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you need
Yes.
different things covered,
Mhm.
and you can't say, hey, just show up, and then you have 50 people show up and
Yeah.
only 4 people need to work that day.
Right. Yeah. So we have a whole process. We have a volunteer portal on our website that you
Right.
can fill out an application if you're interested in helping out. So they fill that out and then we do a background check and then our volunteer coordinator gets them all set up. We have an app actually that we work with, and all of our available opportunities and shifts are in this app, and they
Oh,
can sign
cool.
up for whatever they want to sign up for. So it's at their convenience.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So you basically can send out a blast and say, hey, we
Mhm.
need this covered.
Right.
Who in our network can be here
Exactly.
that time? They tap the app.
Yep.
That's a really smooth program.
It's so cool. Yeah. It's very helpful for us because we don't have, the staff capacity to sign everybody up. So it's great that they can sign themselves up. And,
Mhm.
if we do have an extra need for a week, then we can send out a blast to everybody. And it's usually filled immediately.
Yeah, somebody's
Mhm.
got some time.
Yeah.
What's your largest community fundraiser? Like,
Mhm.
what's got the most traction?
Yeah. So our golf outing was our biggest. And then 2 years ago, we offered our first annual Manna Gala,
Uh-huh.
and that was a huge success. And we just hosted our second one in June,
Nice.
and we were able to raise $300,000 in one
In
night.
one night.
It was
What
amazing.
a blessing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're still doing the golf outing too?
Yep. We are doing the golf outing September 3rd and 4th. It's a 2-day event, and it's called Golf for Manna, and it's coming up. So you can register now or
Ooh, if you're listening.
yeah, we can sign you up as a team or an individual. And we also have, we'll have a silent auction, a live auction, and
A dinner.
a dinner.
That would be appropriate.
Yes. And we are going to be at the Highlands of Harbor Springs.
Oh, fun.
So it's a great location, great golf course.
I've heard they have some great golf.
Yeah. So it's going to be a fun event.
Sure. How many people do you expect to attend that?
Yeah, so we changed the format to hopefully get more people. We've always sold out and had a waiting list, and we've always had about 130 people. And this year we're hoping to have about 200.
Wow, that's a big event.
Yeah.
Got a lot going on.
Exciting.
Wow, that one's going to be really fun because there's a lot of golf up here.
Yeah.
This is a very golf heavy industry.
It is.
In the summer.
Yeah.
So you envision the building coming, right? What other, let's call them expansion projects are on the horizon? Are there other things that you want to improve or you're like, hey, we really need to create another program, or you're just trying to streamline programs? Where are you with that thinking?
Yeah. So we're always evolving and improving. So we look at everything that we do on a regular basis and see how can we do it better? How can we be more efficient? So we constantly are surveying our guests, our volunteers, our board members, anybody that's helping out with our programs or donors. asking, what can we do better? One of the things that we're working on right now and we're really excited about is Impact 100 is a group of ladies that started this awesome program where ladies can donate $1,000 to be on this committee, and they get to vote for the project that they want to win. And last year they were able to raise $268,000, and they're giving away 2 $134,000 grants this year. And we're in the top 5 right now.
For getting the grant.
And August 6th, we get to make our pitch to the group of ladies, and then they'll vote on their top 2 projects. So,
and I assume you're doing the pitch?
We are doing yes, I am doing the pitch, and it is for food lockers. Okay. So it's a really cool project. We're calling it the Manna Mini Mart, and these food lockers are temperature controlled. They'll be located outside of our building. One of the things that we really like to do and work on is how can we meet people where they are? So we want to meet them at their convenience. And a lot of people just can't make it to our pantries because they're during the day or during work hours. So, we get a lot of requests for nighttime or weekend hours. And so this would be a 24/7 availability to pick up groceries. Kind of like some of the grocery stores that have the pickup. Some of them have the lockers actually. And only one other food bank in Michigan right now has these lockers. So we would be kind of innovative and creative in how we are serving the public in a better way and more efficiently. So people would be able to place an online order to pick all their own groceries. They would get an email when it's loaded into the lockers. So we would have volunteers load in the lockers. They would get a text message or an email with a code, and then they would come to our facility at their convenience, punch in the code, and the lockers with their food would pop open, and they'd get their food, and then we would get a notification that they picked it up.
Oh, that sounds like a really good program.
Yeah.
I hope you get that grant.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a fun one to work for.
We're excited.
When you're talking with somebody that needs assistance, do they ever feel a sense of, let's say, guilt or shame for having to do this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, so many people come and are scared. And we want to eliminate that. We want to make sure that everybody feels welcome. And when we do surveys, I think we are doing a really good job at that because our staff, I feel like I have the best staff in the United States, the world.
Well, you have to train them.
They're amazing.
Right? You can't just let a volunteer.
Yeah.
They need to understand. Yeah. There's a lot of dynamics moving here.
Right. And so we do have the best staff, the best volunteers that are there for the right reasons. Yeah. They care about people. They care about helping. Sometimes we have little jokes in our office that, this staff person can't help because they give them everything, it's kind of funny, but we just want to give everybody everything that we can, and help them out, especially if they tell their story and you're just, some people come in and they're crying and they're very upset, or, some people lost their homes, or lost their job, living in their car. We've heard it all, and some people, we had a person come on their bike and they were homeless. So we try to get them ready to eat food and really tailor it to their needs as best we can. So
are you guys connected with the Nehemiah Project?
Yes. They're our partner. So yes, definitely. And we try to connect them. We'll even, sit with them and ask them questions and what their levels of needs are, and then really connect them with the people that can help them better than, we can provide them food and that sort of thing, but then give them the extra resources.
You might not know the answer to this. Obviously, you're in food insecurity. How large is the homeless population? Is it a big concern as well?
Yeah, it is a real big concern. I sit in on some meetings for so the human service agencies all meet once a month, and the numbers are really scary, and they're just continuing to grow with the rental rates and the housing prices, and people are losing that more often than not. It's really sad right now. So,
well, I told you a little bit off camera on the nonprofit that I work with, and securing 2 homes in the
Yeah.
worker housing place at Pine Pond.
Great.
We do a lot of veteran stuff too. I've written a couple of small grants to the Harbor Petoskey Foundation.
Great.
They have funded a couple of our veteran programs.
Awesome.
So we had partnered up with Braveheart.
Oh, good.
And we used to host an ice fishing event for injured vets every winter.
Okay.
That's been kind of tough because the last 2 or 3 we've canceled it because of the conditions.
Yeah. Right.
It's very dangerous being on the ice to start, and we don't want to complicate that by having more things.
Yeah.
How's the veteran community? Do you get quite a few veterans?
We do too. We do. That's one of the demographics that we record. So we don't ask any information except how many in the household, under 18, over 60, and if you're a veteran. That's the only demographic information that we ask so that we report that to Feeding America. And the numbers have grown significantly in that area too.
In the veterans and the amount of people?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and that's a conversation you and I could have because our nonprofit could definitely help.
That'd be great.
On some of that because we've got some programming. Originally, it started in we call them justice involved. So vets that have been involved with the justice system.
Okay.
Then can go through some of the programming.
Nice.
And there's some really neat ways. That's kind of how some of this stuff was built, was learning that.
Great.
So we're going to kind of wrap it up a little bit. Are there any needs that you think about? Like if you're like, all right, this would be, because I've got a lot of listeners.
Yeah.
I have a lot of cool listeners. I have a lot of really interesting people.
Great.
They've grown amazing businesses. They're doing lots of things. What's something that Manna could use? Do you have anything that kind of comes off?
Yeah. So we definitely are looking for cooking class teachers.
That's good.
Nutritionists, that sort of thing to help us kind of guide people in the right direction with healthy eating. We do cooking classes every so often, but we would love to have more. So just being able to offer that on a more regular basis. I think it's really important, especially with some of the food that we get, people don't know how to use or they're just not familiar. So we just really like to teach people how to use the food we have, how to preserve it longer, canning, preservation, that sort of thing. So that's one of the things that we have struggled a little bit with, just getting teachers for those types of classes.
Well, I would imagine you guys try to stay away from the highly processed food.
Yeah.
Right. And some of the demographic that would be if they were eating, they're very high on the processed. So that's the gap you're talking about. You're giving them maybe organic or raw or healthy. They have to prepare it.
Exactly.
And they might not have been raised in a house where you ever had to prepare food.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you're struggling, what are you going to reach for? The cheapest food you can, which is the highly processed food.
Sure. Yeah. It's going to be the chips and the stuff that's all packaged.
Right.
Well, I really want to thank you for today.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. This project that you're involved with and the depth that this project goes, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
This community needs it. All right. So if you're new, well, let's talk about this. If somebody wants to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
So we have our website, mannafoodproject.org, and we have a portal there for getting hold of our staff. There's our phone number, our address, email address. They can get in touch with us any way that way.
And then can you sign up for the golf outing on there?
You sure can. Yeah. Okay. People can
make it really easy.
Look at our events coming up. We have a couple different events coming up. And then we also have a donation portal if you're so inclined, volunteer portal. So people can help out in a variety of ways.
So I have a second present for you.
Oh,
I have a small donation for you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
This is a donation from Social Responsibility.
Aw.
And we'd definitely like to put that towards you. And maybe somebody listening is going to be inspired to do the same.
That's amazing. Oh, thank you so much. We are just so grateful.
Well, I think the project and the community involvement is pretty amazing. If you're new to the Purpose Maker podcast, I ask you to subscribe. We're on Apple, Spotify, learning YouTube. All this is new. So I'm not polished. It's definitely a big learning curve to this. I communicate a ton by my newsletter, and you could just get on purposemaker.com. There's a newsletter sign up there. And I normally email about once a week. Summer gets a little less because we're so busy. But I have lots of cool podcasts. And Carrie, I want to thank you for your time.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been fun.
This is a great conversation. And I hope all of the goals of your organization can start to come true. And I look forward to the groundbreaking of your building. So I imagine you and I'll keep up quite a bit as that stuff goes. So I just want to thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you for the listeners that are with us today. And we hope you have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.